Our fellow traders, what's happening? One more day to finish this week out. Tomorrow is Friday. It'll be a half a day for me. I am kicking off my birthday weekend. Well, my birthday week, because my birthday isn't until next week. But my daughter's birthday was yesterday. We celebrate together, so we kicking it off this weekend with our road trip, and gonna extend it on until next week. But so I'll probably be trading a half a day. That's probably all I need. And I've got a really good week going, and I don't want to mess that up. So if I stay here too long and try to squeeze blood out of a turnip, things might not turn well for me. Quick advice for you today: stay away from still people. People who are still broke, still complaining, still hating, still losing, still not making the change in their life, still living in that past, and still making excuses, blaming everybody else but themselves. Those are the people you need to stay away from, especially if you're going to excel in this trading industry. Stay the hell away from them. Let them have their own pity party and do whatever they need to do. You move on. You keep going forward. You keep holding yourself accountable, and good things are going to happen. All right, so for my birthday, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. I believe in my roadmap 100%. I know it works if you put in the work, if you do the things that I have laid out for you to do. I know it works. So for the week of my birthday, anybody that signs up, anybody that gets the membership, Roadmap to Success membership, which comes with the one-on-one mentoring and everything, if you get it and you do everything and we meet like we're supposed to, do have our one-on-one sessions, and you do everything according to the plan, and you're still not where you want to be, I'll give you another 6 months to make sure that you get to where you want to be. Because it's not about hitting a winning trade here and hitting a winning trade there. I know three people that made a ton of money trading Tesla, riding the wave, and yesterday they lost it all and then some. And they're trying to figure out why. What strategy were you trading? What was your edge? All you were doing was chasing. You were chasing. And now you can't chase. So it's not about making winning trades. I'm going to tell you the most frustrating thing is when you make winning trades, but you can't consistently do that. You can't keep that money in your back pocket. And it gets frustrating. I know. I've been there. But this roadmap is designed to help you make consistent trades so that you can keep that money. It's not about making big trades and then thinking that you can do it all the time. That just doesn't work. It's about building that consistency, building the right mindset, developing that trader mindset. That's what I work with you guys on, so that you can attack the market without fear. It's what it's all about. So I'm going to lay that out there. It'll start tomorrow. So anybody that signs up next week or throughout from Friday to Friday, you've got that deal. So if I can't get you to where you want to be, I'm going to give you another 6 months so we can spend some more time getting you there. So after a year, if you can't get it, then you probably need to quit. Not just kidding. But still, that's what I'm going to give you. All right, so let's take a look at today real quick. Not the best of days for me. I Obviously this would have been a nice long trade and it trended up all day, but I was not going to buy this into all of this stuff. So you see the open, we did the opening range breakdown. We had a big candle here, the first 5-minute candle. Whenever the wick is longer than the body, I defer to the body for the opening range breakdown trade. So that's just what I did. Got in under the body and we made a move down. Always take profit at the low of that wick. Always. Now, the mistake I made was in the planning phase is I should have had planned to take 2/3 off here versus half. Had I taken 2/3 off, I'd have had a really decent profit here versus just an okay profit, and when it bounced and took me out. So I was waiting for this to set up short. I wasn't going to take it until we got below this level here, because here it was okay because we were still in the first 15-minute volatility. After we bounce and come back, this level is respected, and you can see why. I respected it 100%, and this is pretty much held up. We bounced, but like I said, no way am I going to go long into all of that resistance, even though it chewed through it. We moved up, and it reacted a little bit to it, but I just couldn't do it. I could not do it. So I didn't trade this. This was the big move. Now, had this thing set up to the long side initially, then I would have been in this all day. But just didn't work out. A lot of times, things don't work out. You had a perfect setup. Everything looks good. Pretty much looks like it did yesterday. But different charts and different price action, different things. So you got to stick to your rules. Even if you had broken your rule and it worked one time, that's a downward spiral. Because what we do is we try to use our edge. If breaking the rules only works 30% of the time, why would you keep trying to break the rules to catch that, 3 out of 10 trades that in the end you're going to lose money on? It doesn't make sense. But in the heat of the battle, it makes perfect sense to us because we're just trying to make money that day. But we have to look at things long term. It's not just about that day. That's why I don't have daily goals. I'm not thinking about just that day. I'm thinking about the week. I'm thinking about the month. I'm thinking about the year. I'm thinking about my future. And one day does not make my future. So I'm not going to have a goal for a day other than to execute my strategy when it hits. Because, professional traders, they don't chase. They don't chase stocks all day. They have the stocks they watch in the morning. That's what I do. I have my watch list, and those are the only stocks I trade unless we get a reversal that hit our scanner. That's part of the process. But I'm not chasing. I let the stocks come to me. And that's what we have to do. If you sit back, you wait, let the stocks come to you, you trade what the market gives you, you bank it, and move on to the next one. Or if it stops out, you stop out, you move on to the next one. So not the day I wanted. Then I had to leave. There was a trade that did set up. I can't remember the ticker now. God dog it. It was on our watch list. And it did set up at lunch. But what happened, I got back like 5 or 10 minutes too late to catch the bounce. I had to go pick my son up from school. They let them out of school early because of the bad weather they were expecting. And they don't like the school buses. If you have wind that can blow a school bus over, they typically tend to be safer. IRBT, that was it. IRBT. That one set up around lunchtime for a bounce. higher, and that thing grinded and trended up the rest of the day. Would have been a really nice addition to this trade. So I was looking to trade earnings on Uber. I was looking for this to go up. You can see this wicked candle it put in right when the market closed. But what happened was the power went out about 30 minutes before the market closed. And my internet, everything went out. So I was just a dead duck. And I wasn't going to trade earnings on my phone. And I wasn't going to go out and sit in my car with my laptop and all of that. I'm just not going to do that. I made a mistake yesterday and fortunately didn't lose any money on it. But I said I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to trade in my car and my laptop. I'm just not going to do that. So I missed it. I missed getting in this trade. So by the time I got my power back, got the internet back up, I got logged back in. When I got back in the chat room, I was telling you, when we get a pullback here, we get the bounce, I'm buying it. I'm going to take this trade because I'm looking for this thing to go up. I'm looking for it to continue to push up. So I'm going to take the trade. And sure enough, we got the big pullback. And I felt with this long tail here, I'm like, hey, I think this is going to be good. So I got in. A little bit too heavy, though. I'm thinking 300, but I guess I hit the 500 button. And we got a little pullback here, but we never really lost this support. Never did. And it just kind of started grinding its way back up. Here was a oops candle here, but you know what that is. That's nothing. And it's still working now. I probably shouldn't have looked at this, but I'm up to 68.50 now on it. I'm going to take it off before 8 o'clock, so I'm not going to let this run overnight. But I did take this in my swing account for an overnight trade. But I'm going to close this out. We didn't get the move I thought we would. I was looking to take profit at 40 and then try to get some up here at 41 if we tried to test the highs, but we just didn't have enough volume and people buying to get this up. So not gonna get as really what I wanted on this, but I'll get a pretty piece. It'll add to this 144.07 today. So we'll have a pretty decent day. And this is the entry in the swing account, this TD Ameritrade. This is the one. I'm holding this overnight. So same idea. I was buying, looking for the bounce, and I'm going to hold this overnight. Don't want to burn up a day trade on this. And going to be looking for this to, really my goal is 45 on this. With the way it looks now, I doubt if it'll even get there. But we'll see what it's doing in the morning. Hopefully I won't have to bail out and lose money on this in the morning. But I'm looking for this to give us a decent gap, decent move up based on earnings. So all I did was trade the bounce here, and I'm looking for the continuation in the morning. So no guessing. This is a viable strategy, the same one I trade every day. I'm just using this as a swing trade, which, again, like we talked about in class yesterday, swing trading, you can basically use day trading strategies for a swing trade. You just use different chart, different time frame, and technicals pretty much work the same. So that's going to do it from me today. You guys have a great night, a great evening. And again, you will not hear from me this weekend, I don't believe, unless I, feel wild and kind of film myself up in the mountains. But we'll see. But if not, you'll see me Monday morning. I should be revved up and ready to go. So, but just keep an eye out on the website. I will put my profit calendar up, and then on Monday when I do the recap, we'll go over the end of the week stuff then. So have a good one, guys. I will catch you next week.